Good morning, everybody. This is Caesar with Small Engine Velocity, and I keep saying good morning, and I always release at 5 p.m. So maybe I should stop saying that. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Caesar with Small Engine Velocity coming at you with a moto vlog on the Zuma 2016 125cc air-cooled, fuel-injected scooter. Yeah, I like it. I've been riding it for a little while now, although I kind of have to. Yesterday when I was riding to, well, actually the day before yesterday, I was on the Ruckus, and then it all of a sudden just died. So when I mean died, I mean like dead, like no power, no nothing. So I knew it was the main fuse. So I was like, well, maybe it was a accident, whatever, something happened. So I put another fuse in, and that fuse popped on the way at the office. So it made it to work, but as soon as I pulled in the parking garage, it blew. So then at lunch, I opened the battery box on my lunch break in the parking garage, and then I messed with it. I looked, and it looked like my power cable, my main line, the main line on the main fuse, it was the power was running over the ground end, and it was hitting across where there was a butt connector. So I was like, oh cool, I'll just move it over. Well, I moved it over, maybe it moved back, but this morning when I got to the end of my street, the fuse blew again. Fortunately for me, these fuses have been blowing before or already at work, so I haven't had a stranded moment yet. So I decided to go ahead and get the backup Zuma out, which will be primary. Tomorrow and the next day is supposed to be rain, including Saturday. Sunday is the only good day this week, so there'll be a lot of work in the garage. If you guys don't mind, I gotta work on the brother project. He got some parts in. I gotta check my wiring harness. I probably have to zip tie some stuff. I may even do a wire tuck while I'm at it. Not sure, because my brother's getting his wire harness, so we're probably gonna wire tuck his. So let's wire tuck his first and get all of our experiences learned, and then we can move on to ours. So far 2020 has been relatively a warmer winter. Yeah, technically. I mean, yes, it's like 40, 44 outside. I am wearing 2 pants and 2 shirts, 2 jackets, 2 neck warmers, and 2 socks. I think it was a little overkill. When I talked to Alexa, I almost said Jexy. When I talked to Alexa, she told me it was 36 degrees outside. When I came outside, it was 44. So I already had all the layers on, so I might as well wear it. But it's going to be 68 degrees when I get off work, so good thing it's layers, and I have this bike so I can shove it all under the seat. And then I was talking to Josh, and he has a 232 GY6, and he was telling me how the acceleration is insane between 0 and 80. I'd like to find that out, so I think at some point in time between now and forever, I'm gonna go and try to do a sample ride on that bike, like do a first ride. It'll be not the biggest CC bike that I've ridden in a while, but I'm pretty sure it'll have the best power to weight ratio that I've ever read in a really long time. Bump! This thing rides not that smooth sometimes, but then I had heard some other people say the same thing. That's okay, because if I had one of these, I would be dropping it and cutting springs and whatever I could to get it lower so I didn't have to tippy toe. And my jacket just unzipped all the way open, and now I'm only exposed down to my first layer of jacket, and it's very, very cold. So I'm gonna pull over into this gas station up ahead when I get a chance. See, like, I'm going 45. This is like get speeds. This is get speeds. I probably should just build a get ruckus and make it super slick, and then tune the crud out of it, and then take that one to work so I can get my super gas mileage. That's what I do miss about my get, is the gas mileage and not having to fix things. If you know what I mean. Yes, the engine is not horrible, but yes, you do have to, like, nitpick it to keep it great. Make scooters great again. Alright, I can't even see my jacket. Okay, I guess I have to feel for it. There it is. Where's the bottom part of my zipper? There it is. Can you guys see it? Because I certainly can't see it. The camera's in the way. There we go. Zip it all back up. Put the gloves back on your hands. Come around so you can turn right, just like this guy. Oh, it's so warm again with my jacket closed. It's a miracle that when you zip your jacket up, it's not cold when the wind blows on you. See, people have a misconception about these guys, people on bicycles, when they're riding to work or whatever. And they're like, oh my gosh, you must be so cold. Well, you have to remember, he's pedaling. So he's probably sweating under that jacket. Oh my gosh, my helmet is fogging like crazy. Aztec glass and mirror. I guess I'll have to leave it cracked a little bit for a little while. Get some of this moisture out of here. Well, the main problem is that I'm talking. And when I talk, then, you know, all that hot air turns into fog on my windshield. I like to call it windshield today, huh? Because my head is a car and my helmet is a cabin. The first thing I would do with this Zuma is I would put an exhaust on it. Like, I can't handle this, like, I can't hear my acceleration. I mean, everything I own, including my car, has like a sound when I accelerate. The GTI does not have an exhaust. It's basically straight pipe coming out, a dual straight pipe coming out the back. The Ruckus has an exhaust. The KPR has a exhaust. The KP Mini has an exhaust. And they're all loud. The only thing that's not loud is the X22 GT as far as grumbly noises, but it does have a sound when you accelerate, so what do you do? What do you do? I've only made it up 2 lights. Oh yeah, I had to pull over. So on the 171cc, I got all the parts except for the cam. I'll have to wait for that part to come in. Once the cam comes in, then I will be taking the motor out of my bike and setting up on the table for us to do the swap to the 171. Hopefully I can do it in a day, but I'm not hopeful. I want to do it right and take my time and record it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I don't want to really talk about it too much because I don't want to spoil the fun for everybody. But right now, as it stands, my top speed is 61 miles per hour. I wish there was a way for me to measure 0 to 60. I guess there's apps for that on your phone or something, right? I'll look for one, and then we can do stock GY6 0 to 60. Anyways, I hope with my Ruckus it's not something wrong in the harness. I hope it's something that I did wrong. I mean, I did just jam the wires in there, and I didn't really spend the time to wire management. See, this is what I'm saying. People have this kind of problem, and they're like, but like 90% of the time it's something that they did, you know, that they took a shortcut, or they ran the wire wrong, or they didn't take care of it, or they took a I already said that, took a shortcut. So, you know, whenever people say GY6s suck, take it with a grain of salt. And then also those people who break GY6s probably beat the crap out of them all the time. I'm not trying to draw parallel lines to any other situations I've heard in my life, but yes. Anyways, I feel like I've been talking long enough now. Blah, 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 mouth's flapping along. Hope you guys are ready for a whole nother weekend of cool stuff. So if you have any comments or questions or suggestions, go ahead and leave it below. Do me a favor and like and subscribe. Click the notification bell. Now subscribe please if you're not already, and help me get to the goals of 4,000. I'm like 100 off or something now. So anyways, love you guys. I'll see everybody in the next video.